What's happening? So what are we playing here? Well, this is a game called Suguri, based on the character who you see flying in the sky shooting laser blasts. Obviously, you can tell this is some kind of bullet hell game. It is from the developer Orange Juice, who have created the awesome little board game I've been playing lately called 100% Orange Juice. I decided to follow up and see a little bit more about them, see what I can find out. And apparently they make these kinds of games. Decided to pick up one or two of them, give them a shot. Haven't played these kinds of games in a long time, we'll say. The gameplay is pretty simple. It's not simple to play and win. It's actually extremely challenging. Your movement and shooting is basically move, shoot, move, shoot. You can't move and shoot simultaneously unless you're using specific weapons. With the bazooka here, you're able to charge it up and fire. The rifle, you have to move around and shoot individually. You do get other weapons as you progress and get killed and shoot up by the meat grinder of the game. I've unlocked a new weapon I haven't got to test yet. It'll be pretty nice. As far as what's going on here, you got a health bar at the top, which is pretty self-explanatory. You lose all your health, you die. You have a heat gauge, which when you use the dash, which creates the rings, you start to heat up. If you get too hot, you overheat. And on the left, you have this little half circle gauge. And when that's full, it can start charge up to 3 bars, or store up to 3 bars rather, which gives you an invincible shield and some kind of devastating super attack based on your primary weapon. Now you can change out your weapons on the main screen, but you are stuck with them the duration of that run. And you only get one shot at each level too. If you lose all your life and die, that whole run's over. You don't get any lives, no retries, nothing like that. This is arcade mode easy, and I have not been able to get past the second stage. It's extremely challenging, but it's also a lot of fun. The dash allows you to go through energy-based attacks like these, but you cannot go through missiles and mines and stuff like those. If you dash into them, you will smash your head into it and take damage. So it's best to try and just avoid it as best you can. You can usually shoot them down, but not always. It's not worth the risk trying to get creative. It's very hard to keep track of your movement, where you're at, where all the attack, I suppose, beams or balls or whatever you want to call them will end up going. Some of them track like that big giant one. It's a real big pain in the butt. As you can see, the gameplay environments aren't too sophisticated. They're pretty bog standard. The game runs at a crisp frame rate, as you can see in the bottom there. The music is completely awesome. I have loved everything I've heard of it so far. I hope to hear more good stuff when I can get past level 2. This is a replay, obviously. I'm not playing right now because it's hard enough to play it without any distractions. That's our mid-boss for the level. As you can see, I dashed right into a missile there and took damage because it's very hard to see sometimes. Apparently traveling underwater is no problem for our heroine as well. Some attacks can get a little bit of a bonus when you're dashing. Not all weapons have that function, but some do. This beam rifle, I keep forgetting what it's called. It has that function where it shoots like 3 or 4 little laser blasts, which is pretty handy. But using this laser bazooka is pretty sweet. It does more damage the closer you are, plus you can charge it up. Pretty fancy. I like it. I'd like to test out more of the weapons as I unlock them. I mean, each run takes like, I don't know, three and a half minutes for a level, depending on how fast you can kill the mid bosses and the main boss. It's not very hard at all. I've clocked about 80 minutes of the game, and which isn't a lot, but that's quite a few runs actually of me getting completely ruined by the game. It's very challenging. I didn't actually expect this to be very hard, but it's surprisingly difficult. You'll see here I try and dash through that. It didn't work so much, so I'm going to use my shield and hyper attack. There we go. So yeah, I was able to defend myself entirely against that attack, as well as do major damage to the enemy. It's pretty fancy. We're almost to the second boss here, who is kind of a jerk because they have all kinds of attacks that are really hard to dodge. Almost ate the laser blast there. Alright, I'll let you check this out and listen to the awesome music. Take care. Peace out.